Welcome back to the channel, another segment of Brian Reads the News. Today we're going to jump back into this story from Looper.com. This is the most devastating final words actors said to their co-stars. I've done a couple installments from this story and we're going to pick up where we left off. Today we're going to pick up with Mr. Elvis Presley. There he is, Mr. Elvis Presley. Look at how young he was there with his beautiful co-star there. This must have been one of those Hawaii films he did. Article says, without question, Elvis Presley ranks as the biggest rock star of his time and is often regarded as the greatest cultural force of the 20th century. The hip-shaking singer became an international sensation for his groundbreaking, best-selling music that crossed multiple genres. Launching to stardom in the mid-1950s, Presley dominated the charts until his shocking death in August of 1977, although his influence is still felt today. During Presley's revolutionary career, audiences all over the world clamored to see the king of rock and roll perform. His prominence and natural charisma helped make him the transition into acting, and he quickly emerged as one of Hollywood's biggest movie stars. Between 1956 and 1969, Presley starred in 31 feature films ranging from westerns to romances that almost always included original musical numbers. Some of the most famous roles involved the utopian island backdrop of Hawaii, which is where he met his co-star Irene Sue on the set of the 1966 Paradise Hawaiian Style. He smelled like baby powder and milk, a starstruck Sue recalled in an interview with Fox News. The pair became quite close, bonding over spirituality and mutual love for martial arts. However, it was her last interaction with the king that resonates for Sue the most. Quote, he just looked at me and said, "Keep that light burning, baby." And that was it, she said. I guess he lost his light. Couldn't find his way home, you know. I truly feel he worked himself to death. It was very tragic. Yeah, those are some interesting final words. Keep your light burning, baby. That seems like something Elvis would say, doesn't it? Keep that light burning, baby. And that was it. I guess he lost his light. Yeah, it's kind of tragic when you get into drugs and Hollywood and all that it offers, and you kind of escape from everything and you lose track of what it's all about, you know, what it started as. And, she definitely sounds like she saw that in him, that he lost his light, and it was definitely passing that message on to her and others, not to lose your light. That's a good message from the king, I suppose. Up next is actor Scott Wilson. Veteran actor Scott Wilson amassed film and television credits dating back to 1967. Despite earning a Golden Globe nomination for his supporting role in the 1980 film The Ninth Figuration, Wilson struggled to find much notoriety in the acting game until late in life. His aging performer finally found success and fame when he joined the cast for the second season of AMC's The Walking Dead as farmer and veterinarian Herschel Green. Maintaining a regular role on the series for 3 seasons, Wilson saw his star grow even brighter in Hollywood, as landed the main role in Netflix series The OA. Heart-shatteringly, it was the height of his celebrity status that Wilson passed away in October of 2018. As the shocking news of his death broke, it was almost simultaneously revealed that Wilson would return for season 9 of TWD. The season debuted the next day with a touching tribute to the late actor. Subsequently, his co-stars honored the late performer by remembering him as a warm and entertaining man. In an interview with MovieWeb, Norman Reedus Daryl Dixon of TWD recalled his hilariously touching last visit with Wilson. Quote, he's sitting there next to me and he can't speak very well, Reedus said. I looked over at him and he looked over at me and I go, you're such a effing a-hole. And he just starts laughing. Yeah, I was never a fan of The Walking Dead and never got into those zombie movies or anything. That wasn't really my thing, but I know they were popular a few years back. And it's kind of tragic that he had to pass on like that. Kind of cool that they are able to find humor in those final moments. I always like when that happens. I mean, what are you gonna do? You can laugh about it, right? A lot of times that's how people deal with grief. They turn it into humor, which is a perfectly normal way to deal with grief. But yeah, it's kind of cool to see him go out like that with a laugh. Up next is Humphrey Bogart. Humphrey Bogart. An icon of classic cinema, Humphrey Bogart helped Hollywood become what it is today thanks to performances in timeless films such as Casablanca, The Maltese Falcon, and The African Queen. However, as important as he was to the film industry, the same attention could be given to his longtime wife, superstar actress Lauren Bacall. The pair met on the set of Bacall's first film, To Have and Have Not, and despite a significant age gap, Bacall was 19, Bogart was 44, they hit it off. They married soon after and went on to co-star in several movies including The Big Sleep and Key Largo. Bogart and Bacall's marriage remains one of the Hollywood's truest love stories. The hardened Bogart, with a reputation of spitting bullets, reportedly shed tears the day he wed his young bride, and they remained happily together until his health deteriorated. Bogart was ill for the last few years of his life, with Bacall and many celebrity friends at his side. A long-standing rumor suggests that Bogart's final words were, quote, "I never should have switched from scotch to martinis," which sounds like the witty vernacular of a classic actor. However, it is better documented that Bogart spoke last to his wife, telling Bacall, quote, "Goodbye, kid, hurry back." Mournfully, the actress left his bedside to attend to their children, but Bogart had slipped into a fatal coma before she could return. Yeah, admittedly, Bogart and Bacall were far before my time. Interesting to find out that 44-year-old fell in love with his 19-year-old co-star. I guess that was commonplace back then, and they had a love story, Hollywood love story that ended as romantic as it began. "Goodbye, kid, hurry back," was the last words he said to her. And then he joked to his buddies, "I never should have switched from scotch to martinis." So you can see why those guys are such stars with lines like that. You know, it sounds like a movie almost. I think that's where I'm going to end this one. I usually do 3 at a time. I like to do 3 at a time with these, or I get a little bummed out with all the thoughts of death. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. I know you guys have watched these, so you enjoy this as well. So I like to look in and learn a little bit more about the final words of actors to their co-stars. So let me know which one you liked, and be sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you can become aware of the next installment of this article. Again, this comes from Looper.com. It's kind of a fun little site. They have all kinds of information and fun little stories on there. So I'm going to continue with this one till we finish out. But thank you for watching this one, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.